Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today it's Thursday and I've just cleared this area out. This was where the baler was. We've pulled it out, washed it off yesterday. It's been put away now in the grain store, and this is the area where we put the cattle in for calving. So there's CCTV on the wall over there, and I can keep an eye on the cows. It's daylight today, but unfortunately in here it's quite dark, but I do need to get some lights. So anyway, this is the new calving area. I've got some pounds which are going to go in this shed along the wall here, and then I'll move the tractor out. And this will be calving 2024. Normally the 1st of February we start getting the first calves coming in. So almost ready, just got a few more pounds to set up, and yeah, we'll be on CCTV duty watching the cows. Well, I don't know if you can remember about a year ago when these were tiny, but they've certainly grown up now. They're a lot older. They're about 12 months old now, coming up 14 months, some of them. And then once they get to about 24 months, these will be going. They sometimes go at about 19, 20 months, depending on what the market wants. Usually the heifers will go for replacement heifers, and then the steers go off to like a fattening unit. Going through their silage really well, which has been obviously made earlier on last year down at the Broads. There's some haylage in there. They also have a bit of straw as well sometimes, barley straw in their alleyway, which they eat on. And touch wood, it is all working pretty well. So whilst they're just having their food, I will just talk to you about, there was a tractor which has come up for sale near us. It's at an auction. There's a farmer who's retiring, and it's a really interesting tractor because it's one of those older 6.9s. It's a 6910, and it has got a 50k gearbox. So I might go and have a look at that next week, which is quite a rare tractor. I know there's the one everyone wants, which is the S, the 6910S. It's not the S, it's just the normal one. I don't know what the S stands for. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments. I think you get a slight horsepower boost. But yeah, seems to be a lot of small farmers going out of business at the moment, or packing up and retiring, all the rest of it. There was a beautiful contracting fleet I saw for sale as well on Cheffins the other day. Just some of the most amazing tractors, 6R250, fence, and a massive crone forager coming up for sale. That's another one to keep an eye on. I believe that is an online auction as well. Quite a few of the online auctions now because of COVID. But I will show you the tractor I'm talking about, because I was after the 6430. But having thought about all the ECUs, the electronics on modern tractors these days, I'm sort of thinking more and more about the older 10 series John Deere. So I might go and have a look at the 6910 if it doesn't make crazy money, as they seem to be making these days, unfortunately. So yeah, these are doing really well. These will be sold soon, as I said, not too long. There's only about another 6 or 8 months, and most of these will be out the yard, and then it will be on to the next batch. But silage is going down well, and I'll show you the tractor I was talking about. It's a smart tractor. I'm also meaning to take some more muck out at the moment, but because of the rain we've had, I can't get out to the field, so it's going to have to sit here until I get the 6.9 out again on the trailer. Wait for a few dry days. At the moment, thankfully, the storm has gone away, Storm Henk. It was an absolute nightmare on the farm. So some of you might remember this heifer, or it used to be heifer. She's now a cow, Panda. She's in calf again, so I've had her scanned a fair while back now, must be about 6 weeks ago. So yeah, she was scanned before Christmas, and she is in calf. You're in calf, so hopefully I won't have to get the calving jack out on you this year, but time will tell. Aberdeen Angus has been an excellent calver, so hopefully it'll go pretty well, fingers crossed. With regards to the storm the other day, we managed to get off quite lightly, as I said earlier, and we had a bit of net wrap around the yard. There was a gate which came off its hinges like a door in the wind. Other than that, though, it wasn't too bad, so we did get away pretty luckily. And whilst the storm was happening, fed all the animals, sorted all the livestock out. I was in the granary here finishing the back wall, so it's nearly all finished now on the wall. There's still a little bit of painting to do, but I did the rest of this corner, scrubbed it off with a wire brush, painted it, and got it ready for the last bit, which is just that back wall there, so it shouldn't take too long now. But we are on the home straight. I've still got some edges to finish. All of this has got to be put away, and here it is. This was what I was talking about. Oh, someone bought me this for Christmas this year. It's a hat, but it's sorry, the lights currently being repaired at the moment. It's a John Deere hat someone bought me, so I'll use that when I'm on the farm in the rain or when it's really windy. Luckily it's been quite still today, although it is overcast and a bit cloudy. This is what I was talking about. It's a John Deere 6910, which is quite a smart one. This one was in Classic Tractor. This isn't the one for sale. The one for sale is original, but it's got a 50k gearbox. It's been done up beautifully. They did an article about it, which I thought was really interesting. I just didn't, you know, not really from my generation. My generation really was the 20 series and 30 series. But having said that, there was a farmer next door to us where I grew up, and they did have a really nice 6506 and a 6910, and actually I used to see it going down the road, and I thought, oh my god, that is absolutely amazing. This was a great piece as well about the Massey Fergusons. For any fans out there, there's some lovely pictures from back in the day of an old 65. I think there's also a 135 with some sacks, and there's also a 185 or 1100, my word, 1100. Massive Massey Ferguson there. And yeah, some pretty cool history, just something a bit different. I do love Classic Tractor. This is my favourite farming magazine at the moment. I do like it because there's just so much content in it. This is something I'd love to get into as well, is models, tractor models. I used to love that growing up as a child, and then I sort of got out of tractor models and went on Farming Simulator, and I sort of moved away, unfortunately, from that world. But I would like to get into tractor models and have a model farm in the granary here, which is what I'm trying to build for the machinery, just to keep the machinery dry and clean if I can all year round. But yeah, that's the sort of thing. There was a really good piece about the Duromass on display. Duromass? Beautiful models there, look at that, absolutely fantastic. I mean, the attention to detail has just been phenomenal across the board, and they had the prize winners as well, so depends how much you get into it, but that is fantastic. I tip my hat, the amount of work and effort which has gone into that. So yeah, if you are into models, do get in touch with me on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, because I would love to build a small farm in the granary here, maybe of this farm and some of the equipment and tractors on this farm which we have. It would be great to just emulate that, I think, in the granary. Almost like a blueprint of the farm would just be really cool. So yeah, I do want to get into this in 2024. These are also very cool. Massey Ferguson 1200, articulated, very rare. And when they're done up, I just think they're amazing. So yeah, I'd love to see one of these working in the wild. Yeah, so I found it now. This was the project I was talking about, 6910 as a bit of inspiration. So that was it before the restoration. It looks slightly tired, the decals are a bit damaged on it, and then afterwards it's all been repainted and looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, this has just been phenomenal. I mean, I tip my hat to Cornthwaite for doing this, because it's been done so well, like the attention to detail. I'm hoping it will be on display either at Llama or at one of the shows this year. I believe last year it was actually at Llama, but I missed it, unfortunately, because it was just out of my range, and I must have missed it on the day. But let me know in the comment section, because I'm really thinking about one of these, or there was a little 6430. I just think these are, you know, a little bit gruntier. You've got the 6-cylinder engine, less electronics on them, less to go wrong, and they're kind of, in a way, more iconic, being the 10 series. A good investment as well for the future, especially if you could get one with a 50k gearbox, which was, of course, an unusual option. Not many of them had that fitted. And then, of course, you've got the manual gears, and I believe they did do the auto power gearbox as an option as well, although I don't think it was as good as the later 30 and R series auto power, which is the automatic version, but the power quad was, from what I understand, quite reliable. So we're just back inside in the office, and I just wanted to show you the auctions which are coming up very soon. There's the Cheffins Vintage Auction, which is 15th of January, which is normally once a month. And I might go to the first auction of the year, because they've got, I believe, a couple of ploughs I'm interested in there, which will be interesting to have a look at. Then there's this one further down. There's this massive contractor who's selling all this kit here. This is just amazing. I haven't seen anything like this before for a long time. There's a couple of Fence which are being sold, and there's also a John Deere, I believe, as well. This is a Fent with a front loader. Of course, our 6155R has a loader as well, similar to the 722. A little bit less horsepower than this one, obviously, but this does look smart. Often thought about trading our 6R in for a Fent, but I am at heart John Deere guy, and they've always done us well with John Deeres, but these Fents do look nice as well, these modern Fent tractors. But I do hear they're very complicated, so it does take quite a while to get used to them, but you do see some farmers sort of seem to get on with them. But this is for sale anyway. I mean, literally like brand new. It hasn't done a huge amount of work. You can see that, it's immaculate. And then there's also as well quite a nice John Deere, which is brand new. This one's brand new John Deere. And I did think that actually, you know, if I wanted to, you could always trade our 6155R in for something like this, but I just don't need 250 horsepower. This is 6R250, 2023. It's got the updated chrome exhausts on it and the chrome mirror guards. It's got the Command Pro, it's got everything, all the bells, all the whistles. I mean, it's literally brand new out of the box, has never been used hardly. You can see just immaculate. But yeah, what a tractor. And I'm sure on the day someone's going to whip this up and it will be going off to another big contractor somewhere. But yeah, beautiful tractor which has come up for sale. Of course, quite rare now to see new tractors. I did have quite a few demos which were supposed to happen this year, and they've been delayed, and we are going ahead on the MLA, the pivot steer muck spreading telehandler, which will be awesome. But yeah, beautiful tractor this one, and too big for us, way too big, but I'm sure someone will buy it at some point. And then underneath that there's another Fendt. It's a 722 with 50k. It's the Profi model. And then there's also this huge Krone Big X forage harvester. Very interested to see who will pick this up. I believe it's only done like 340 or 50 drum hours on it, so it's, again, not done a huge amount of work. Absolutely immaculate. Look at that, fantastic bit of kit, that. And again, it's going to be in the sale, so they're selling the 2 Fendts and the John Deere 6R250 and this Krone Big X, which is absolutely phenomenal. Always thought about, you know, some people get into the AD plant game, they buy these forage harvesters and then go and see how they get on with it. Almost, there's also a couple of trailers, Smithfield Masters, 2 of them, 20-ton trailers. My word, absolutely massive pair of trailers there. Again, literally like brand new. And then also there is another guy, or a smaller farm, let's say, here, and it's timed online auction, starts on Tuesday the 13th of February 24, and it has 6910 in it. There it is, with 50k, which is quite rare. So the catalogue is only available prior, so it only comes out, I believe, nearing the day of the sale. So we have got a bit of time. It's about a month away, that one. And then there's also this one as well, which is a farmer as well, I believe, another retirement sale. There's quite a few retirement sales at the moment. Obviously, you know, things are difficult at the moment with Brexit, with the European Union, with the costs of everything, the cost of farming. You know, people have got to make a living at the end of the day, and there are quite a few small farms I'm noticing coming up literally every day at the moment on Cheffins, selling equipment. So ploughs, tractors. Of course, the best time to get a farm vehicle, tractor, 6910, anything like that, is from a farm sale. Hence why I said about this 6910. But yeah, leave a comment in the comment section if you like this 6910. It's either really this or like a John Deere 6430, which is of course slightly smaller, slightly more modern, but it's got more complicated electronics on it and all the rest of it. And then hopefully when the weather stops, I'll be out muck carting. We're feeding at the moment every day with the Manitou. It's the same thing every day. I'm calving, we're getting the pens put in tomorrow morning for the cattle yard, and then we'll be checking the cows under CCTV. We've also got lambing coming up as well, hedge cutting, and then we'll be out looking for a plough later on in the next couple of weeks. So thanks for watching, keep liking and subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.